Okay, on the, it's a small, it's more like a quiz, but it's going to count as test points. The first one side is reflections, the other is translations. I got to show you, correcting the papers yesterday.
Did I do bad?
I don't remember. But quite a few of you got
I got wrong.
this one wrong. Remember, we only have to do two of them. The transformations, a transformation, there's three of them. There's translations, reflections, rotations. In elementary, you call them slides, flips, and turns, which describes them. So it's easier that way, but you need to know what the names are. So a translation is just you slide it, reflection you flip it, rotation you turn it. This isn't on the MCAs, so we don't need to do any rotations. You do those in geometry in 10th grade. Now, one thing you got to remember, a translation is a slide. So like if I had this figure, it would just move here or here or here.
You could have just showed him.
If this is the original and this is the new one, is this a translation?
No.
Why not? It's a rotation, it's been turned. Okay? Same thing with reflection. Reflections are backwards, right? When you see yourself in a mirror, everything is flipped. I started showing this, some of the others didn't realize this, but you know, if you've ever looked at the front of an ambulance, you can't read it. It's written backwards.
Because when you look in the mirror.
Right, when people are driving, they look in their rearview mirror, it'll show like it's written normally. They'll be able to read ambulance. So that's why it's written backwards. So this one, not everyone, but quite a few got it wrong.
That's kind of smart on the ambulance.
It is kind of smart.
Well, you should know what an ambulance is right away.
Why are you?
I don't see
My
it
mom on the
on
way to Fargo, she was driving an ambulance and she had all her sirens going and she was honking the horn.
So people that are gone can watch it. Now, this is all first quadrant. So when you plot these points, triangle ABC, A is at 2, 6. Now remember, you always start at the origin. The coordinate is actually like this, X, Y. It's just we don't need to go left or down. So that's why we just do the top coordinate. So 2, 6 is start here at 0, over 2, up 6. And there's A. B is 8, 6. And C is at 2, 2. So this part most people got right, where you had to plot these and then say if it's a translation. This is the one a lot of people got wrong. So they said remove this one and then put this one on here at 2, 8. So 2, 12. And 8, 8. And then it asks, is this a translation?
Yes.
No.
No. Reflection.
It's a reflection, it's been flipped.
Yeah.
So this is not a translation. It is the same size. Some of you put yes, and the reason why is because you said it's the same size. It is the same size, but it hasn't been translated, it's been reflected. Okay, so remember that. Now, on this quiz, or test, reflections first quadrant. On the one we do tomorrow, it's done just like this. That's why I gave it to you. It's very similar. This is a review. But it will be 4 quadrants tomorrow. So when you make your quadrants, you would just put them in the middle like that, okay? And then you do them exactly the same way. But this one, this example, is just a first quadrant. So we would just put our X, or our Y and our X here. Now the first question says, how do you know if a figure's been reflected? There's different things you could say, but how do you know if something's reflected?
It looks exactly the opposite, but it's like the same shape, so it's like the opposite end of it.
instead of opposite, you should
It's
say
backwards.
backwards.
Yeah.
Or you could have said it's reversed. Or you could have used the elementary word and said flipped. Any one of those would be okay. You don't have to put all of them. You can just put one of them.
I'm putting one.
Good. Okay. Now, this one, sketch an example of a triangle that's been reflected over a line segment connecting these 2 points. So it's just like we did on the pegboard. You got to plot a point at 8, 2. So remember, this is 0. It's not 1. So I start here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up 2. And 8 over 10 up, so we already know that's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it'd be up there. So if I draw a line through that, that's the line that it's going to be reflected over.
Now we gotta draw it.
So now, you just got to do any triangle you want, any example you want. So, you can put in any type of triangle that you want. Oops.
So just do anything.
Okay?
I didn't.
So we should label it the original one, so I know which is the original and which is the image. And now the way you could just fold the paper, but all you gotta do is count. C is gonna fold over here, B is gonna fold over here, A is gonna fold over here. C is 2 away, so you just go 2 to the other side. So there's my C prime. A is 1, 2, 3, so it's going to go 1, 2, 3 to the other side. B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, you don't have to use this triangle, you can use any one you want.
I did it right.
Okay, I'm just going to walk around and make sure you did it right, so you know how to do it.
I thought someone was trying to spell Obama on there. What?
Yep, that's right.
Is that right?
Now I feel like I messed up in my whole pocket.
You put the grades in yet for them?
No, not yet. So 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's right. That's okay if it goes off it.
I have a question.
Yep.
Are they making a
Test tomorrow?
Can you tell her?
So people that are gone can know what we do.
Oh, hi people.
Okay, now this next part, there's nothing for you to draw on, but I'll give you the pegboard paper, so you can use it to, to find the answers. So this will just be scratch paper for you to find the new coordinates.
When are we gonna
This
do?
will just be scratch paper for you
When are we gonna do a translation?
after we do this. So, name the coordinates of each point's image after it's reflected over the line segment containing these 2 points. So again, this is first quadrant, but I think tomorrow it's 4 quadrants. So tomorrow you would have to do this, and then you just do exactly what they tell you. But this one is just the first quadrant.
Are we supposed to do that?
Well, no, you don't have paper to do it. I'm just showing you. This is how you will do it tomorrow. So, this point is 7, 0. And 7, 14. So when you connect them, that's the line that you're going to reflect it over. So, you got to plot each point. X is 5, 3. So remember, this is 0, it's not 1. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. And then I got to reflect it over this line. It's 2 away, so I go 2 over here. So that is the point 9 over 3 up.
Oh,
Okay?
that's easy.
This one is 0 over 5 up. So that means you go over 0 and up 5. And then when I flip it over, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 14 over
5 up.
5 up. Does anyone see a shortcut yet for all of these?
Yes.
The Y's are the same.
The Y's are gonna always be the same. So that's 2, that's gonna stay 2. That's 10, that's gonna stay 10. 9 and 1. The reason why is we're flipping it sideways. It doesn't move up or down with the Y-axis. So if we were flipping it up or down, what would stay the same? The X would stay the same because it doesn't move side to side. So for this one, 7 over 2 up is right there. So when you reflect it, where's it gonna move to?
Right, same place.
Same place, because it's on the line, so it stays at 7, 2. This one, 13 over 10 up, well, I know this is 14, so this is 13 and then up 10. Right there, so that's gonna flip over this way. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 1 over 13 up, or 10 up, I mean. 8 over 9 up. It's right there, and then up 9
6 over 9 up.
is right there, so I would flip to there, which is only 6 over 9 up. And then 1 over 1 up is right there.
14.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 13 over 1 up.
Connect it. Why not supposed to?
Connect the dots.
Okay, then this one, again, you can find your answers using the pickboard. We got a peg and stretch quadrilateral KLM with these points. So again, this is the first quadrant. So K is at 5 over 1 up. L is 7 over 2 up. M is 7 over 5 up. And N is 5 over 7 up.
It's a trapezoid.
It is a trapezoid. Just like the one we did on our worksheet.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? So then it says, now peg and stretch quadrilateral K prime, L prime, M prime, N prime with these points. So K prime is 13 over 1 up, which is right there. L prime is 11 over 2 up, which is right there. N prime is 13 over 7 up. So then they're wondering, what are the coordinates of M? It's been flipped. So M is straight up from L, right? So M prime has to be straight up from L prime. So it'd be right there. Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 over, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. 11, 5. Now, everyone listen to this. I didn't count this wrong on the worksheet, but a lot of you did. They're asking you what coordinates this is. The way, right, if you just put 11, 5, you're going to get a point taken out. A coordinate has to be shown that it is a coordinate. If any two numbers have a parentheses around it, that means it's a coordinate. So you need to put parentheses around them.
I didn't know that.
I didn't.
Oh, I know.
Then, this question, what are 2 points on the line of reflection? So what's the line of reflection here?
9, 0, and then
it's right in between, right? So you can pick any 2 points on that line. So like 9 over 1 up is on that, 9 over 2 up is on the line. 9 over 3 up, 9 over 4 up, any 2 points that are on that line that it flips over.
Well, this is getting back that.
Do you want our package?
Yeah.
Because I wake up in the morning and
Okay, then the translation side. Describe how to check if you translated a triangle correctly 3 units to the right and 2 units down by looking at the coordinates of the 2 fingers. So how can you just look at the coordinates and tell if it's been translated?
You can just look at where one dot was and then count 3 units to the right and.
Well, no, you're not looking at the graph, you're just looking at the coordinates. So you don't have a graph, you just have the coordinates.
Subtract.
Right.
you could, to the right, it would add 3 units, so it'd add to the x.
Add
And,
3 to x,
and then the 2.
or you can just say x plus 3.
And then for the y, it'd be y minus 2.
Y minus 2. Remember, to the right and up is positive, to the left and down is negative. You guys all know that on a graph? It's just 2 number lines. This is 0, that's 1, 2, 3, and so on. This is -1, -2, and so on. And then going up, it's positives. Going down, it's negatives. So, that's how you can tell. So to describe it, you could just write it like this. It should be x plus 3 and y minus 2. Okay? Or you can write it out in words. You need to add 3 to the x's and add or subtract 2 from the y's. But this is quicker to write this way. Now, it says use an example to illustrate your answer. So what you got to do is pick, this is a triangle, so you got to pick 3 points. You can pick any points you want. Because you're just making up your own example. Then you got to show what A prime, B prime, and C prime are. And you do need to label them correctly because I need to know which one's the original and which one's the image after it's been translated.
Add 3 to the x and.
Yep, so then all you got to do is add 3 to the x. So this would be 1 plus 3 is 4. And then subtract 2 from the y's. 3 minus 2 is 1. Everyone understand that?
Yeah.
So 5 plus 3 is 8. 7 minus 2 is 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. 6 minus 2 is 4.
Whack, whack, whack.
I got it. Where do I go now?
Okay, then this last one. Pick and stretch a triangle and label it ABC with A located at whatever, B located at whatever, and C located at whatever. This just means you pick whatever points you want. So, again, we're doing first quadrant. If it was 4 quadrants, you guys know what you would do, right?
Yeah, right down the middle. That's a big cross.
Yep, make a cross. So, now before you put this in, let's look and see what they're going to have us do first. Here's the rule. X minus 2 means you're going to move it
To the left.
left 2. And y plus 3 means you're going to move it
Up 3.
up 3. So, you don't want to put it right on the edge because that'll put it off your graph, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, you just got to make any triangle you want, anywhere you want. And then we got to label it ABC. And then, don't forget, you got to fill in what the coordinates are up here. So my A, you just put whatever your A is in, but mine is over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 and up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my A is 10, 8. Put in whatever yours is. My B is 10, 11, 12 and up 3. And my C is 9, 4.
So you could just come up with anything you want.
Yep, any triangle you want.
Okay.
And then you gotta sketch the translation using this rule and label the points. So all it does, x minus 2 means it moves left 2, y plus 3 means up 3. So A would go left 2, up 3. So there's A prime. C is left 2, up 3. B is left 2, up 3.
Left 2.
Left 2, up 3. X minus 2, y plus 3. X minus 2 means left 2, y plus 3 means up 3.
I did it.
That's it. It should be pretty easy.
Wait.